With the rush of modern life, we find ourselves spending less time with our children. That's one reason, amongst others, why I try to make a plan and go on a father-son camping weekend every year. Getting away from screens, city noises and other distractions. Getting back to basics, enjoying nature and let the good times roll. We are heading north towards the Limpopo province. Marakele is only about 250 kilometers from home, but it's a slowish drive. It almost took us 4 hours. That said, driving at a slower pace on these rural roads tend to ease my mind. I find myself more at ease driving along these roads to when I'm traveling on a busy highway. Those mountains over there are the beautiful Waterberg Mountains, home to the enigmatic Jean Marie. This will be our home for the weekend, Marakele National Park. From the entry gate, the Bontle campsite is only a short 1 kilometer drive. The camp layout is relatively open, and the sites are positioned at a comfortable distance from one another, although shade is limited. If you are looking for shade and privacy, the Sabre Loop is the better option. My plan was to set up tent on the Sabre Loop, but all the prime spots were already taken. Luckily, we managed to get a great spot along the fence on the Rhino Loop. When setting up camp, there's a few things you need to remember. First step is get an ice cold beer. And then you'll need a little helper who is going to do most of the work. That's it. That's our view. The maximum security fence. Our braai and the tent. Okay, camp set up. Swimming time. If you are wondering about the fence or almost a lack of a fence, Marakele is split into two parts, a big 5 section and a section without any dangerous game. We are staying in the non-big 5 section at the Bontle campsite. So this fence is designed to keep the humans inside rather than keeping the animals outside. The afternoon didn't go as planned. We wanted to go for an afternoon drive, but after pitching the tent and having a swim, we decided to stay in, but it was actually quite worth it. We already had ostriches and warthogs visiting us. Now we're going to start the fire. I'll give you a time lapse of the sun setting. Enjoy. Oh, you can hear the jacket already going on. How awesome.
So on the menu for tonight is nice rump and some mealies and some toasties or roasties, whatever you might call it. And then gonna breakfast tonight. It will be lunch for tomorrow afternoon.
We stayed here 5 years ago on our first trip and we had rhinos sleeping about 20 meters from our tent. Unfortunately for us, they have since been relocated to the Big 5 section. Close to camp, we found one of the jackals who entertained us with its calls the previous night. While watching the zebras, I noticed that we got a hitchhiker on the bonnet. This gecko must have gotten on the car during the night. As mentioned earlier, Marakele is split into two areas. To gain access to the Big 5 section, you'll need to drive underneath a national road that runs through the park. The landscape is absolutely beautiful. In terms of sheer numbers and variety of species for mammals and birds, this park cannot be compared to the likes of Kruger National Park, for example. But it is so much more rewarding because you really need to slow down and fine-tune your senses if you want to see anything. The drive to the top of a mountain is spectacular, and a little bit hair-raising at the same time. The road is narrow with only a few spots where cars can pass one another. The sharp drop-off sends adrenaline coursing through your veins. We were greeted warmly by the welcoming committee at the car park on top of a mountain. Can you think of a better spot for breakfast? Apart from the spectacular views and the Kransberg Widow, a butterfly that can only be found here in the Kransberg area during November, is the Cape vulture colony. At times, it is the largest colony in the world with about 800 breeding pairs. While you are taking in the views, be on the lookout for birds. The birding here is great as the birds tend to be confiding. I wasn't fortunate enough to see them this time, but the buff-streaked chat and Gurney sugarbird are great birds for the area. Back in camp, and it's time to have a bite to eat, relax a bit, and wait for the temperature to cool down a bit before we head out again to see who's lurking in the bush. Please take note that Marakele doesn't have a shop or a service station. The nearest shop is a Checkers in the town of Tabazimbi, and it's only about 10 kilometers from Marakele's entrance gate.
Okay, so the plan for the afternoon is to head back to the Big 5 area and just do the short loop over here, and then we'll head back and do one or two of the shorter loops within camp or within the area that's not the Big 5 area, but hopefully we'll get some lions or leopard or rhino or something this afternoon over here.
Corner. Yes, fast as well. Proclaimed in 1994, Marakele sits at the juncture of South Africa's arid west and its more lush east. The word Marakele is derived from Tswana, which translates to a place of sanctuary. According to their website, the park boasts numerous Iron Age sites that will be opened soon to visitors. We surprised these sleeping rhinos when we came around the corner. They stood up in a hurry and created this cool looking dust cloud.
This afternoon was, apart from two rhino sightings, it was actually a bit of a boring drive. We didn't see much, didn't see a lot of birds. Saw one or two flying around, but no variety really. And what is it, Mabidi? And this Mbidi road.
I had a bit of a rant regarding the state of the road. A sedan would have had a tough time on this road. It took us almost 3 hours to do just 17 kilometers, so we didn't have enough time to do the other planned roads. While busy editing the video, I saw Sandbox issuing a statement that they are planning to fix the road. So by the time you see this, the road might have already been fixed.
Another great sunset. For this afternoon we will just have a quick braai, nothing major, so even have lots of leftovers from last night, and then just sit and chill, enjoy the sunset. Some zebras and impala walking around as well now.
We woke up to a spotted hyena whooping close by. This one must have sneaked through, as they shouldn't be on this side of the park. Apologies for the blurry video. With the unexpected excitement, I never noticed that my shutter speed was incorrect. It was just out of sight, but I could follow its movement by listening to the alarm calls of the other animals. I feel Marakele is an underrated park. The landscape is beautiful, the mountainous terrain provides amazing views. Animal sightings might be a bit sparse here and there, but you can get some amazing sightings all to yourself. I would like to visit the Tlopie tented camp with its amazing view the next time I visit. Once again, thanks for watching, and your support is greatly appreciated. Please like and subscribe if you feel so inclined, and if you have any questions, please comment below.